We realized that we didn't so much need to conceive. We realized what we really wanted to do was become parents. Let's pursue adoption 100%, and we're going to continue to pursue infertility treatments 100%, and whichever way
God wants to happen first, that's what's going to happen first.
That's it.
And we'll accept.
So I would call Catholic Charities about once a month and a half and go, any news on that bun in the oven? They go, not that we can tell you. I just remind them, we're ready anytime. And then they finally told us that we would have a baby by Christmas. The relinquishing parents said we want our child to be placed in a home of a loving married couple that is Catholic. And for whatever our bios struck a chord in their heart, that's how they chose the match. They called and said, we have wonderful news. Your baby girl is born and waiting to see her parents.
There's me standing in front of...
Before we go in.
Yeah.
To go into Catholic Charities, yeah.
Uh-huh.
The social worker had her in her arms and said who would like to hold her first. I think it was the most unselfish moment of our entire lives because we each pointed to the other. And only because I was standing closest to the door, the social worker put her in my arms. So this is the very first time I held her in my arms. And it was extremely emotional for me. I was crying, and I was just quoting from the book of Ruth at that time. Where you go, I will go, and your people will be my people. And that's exactly the way it's always been.
I forget that she's adopted most of the time. I will say to her, now when I had you, it was like this. I'm like, oh my gosh, but we just laugh. But she's just been a blessing to us. I mean, she's fit right in and has her own unique skill set that we can't put any claim on. She's brilliant, which we can't put any claim on that at all. We always told her you were adopted from Catholic Charities. Yeah. And she would tell people, like people in the grocery store that were behind us, aren't you a cute little girl, or something like that. And she would go, thank you, I was adopted from chocolate cherries.
They were so patient and understanding, and they didn't seem to mind the phone calls or the incessant questions.
They really explained everything and talked us through it all, so I never wondered, well, what's going to happen next?
We always felt like we were in the loop. We felt very taken care of.
I think that the expectant mothers felt that as well.
Adoption through Catholic Charities is a triple win. They have the peace of mind that child is going to be cared for by loving parents. And it's a huge win for we as the adopted parents, because now we have this little person that we can raise and mold and according to God's will and Christian standards. And it's certainly a win for that little person. What would the advice be to couples who are considering adoption? It would be, go for it. If they have one hesitation in the back of their mind that the love wouldn't be the same as it would be with biological children, we are in that unique boat to speak from both sides of that delivery room, so to speak. There's no difference.
Sure, no.
There's no difference. Our hope is that more couples really consider it and get serious about it. It's not as intimidating as it may sound.
And Catholic Charities will help you get through it.